fellow Rotarians, and all of our wonderful guests today. If you could all please stand and join us in the pledge. And today I would like to invite our dear friend, Mary Alice Faulting. Would you please lead us in the pledge? No, you're fine. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Mary Alice. All righty. And we have up next our wonderful songsters. The dance? I don't think so. I don't think this is a dancing song.
It's a hula song.
It's a hula? I think
Yes.
Okay, I'll come on this end.
Perfect.
Perfect.
There you go.
I'll go on that
Is
side.
Glenn in the room?
We're good here. You're all
Glenn
good.
Kubiak in the room.
You do.
I haven't
I
seen
know.
him.
Do you need it?
Oh, is
down
that
there?
right?
Maybe I'll be right.
Okay.
Well, we love having our young people here today, and teachers, thank you very much for being here. Glenn Kubiak suggested this song, and the original title was Beat Your Children.
Liars, liars.
Well, in the polling. So Teach Your Children is the name of the song.
All right.
One, two, three, four, one. You who are on the road to Mount must have a goal that you can live by, and so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye. Teach your children well, their father's help will slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they fix, the one you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you were right. So just look at them and sigh, and know they love you. And you, of the tender years, can know the fears that your elders grew by, and so please help them with their youth. They seek the truth before they can die. Teach your parents well, their children's well will slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they fix, the one you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you were right. So just look at them and stop, and know they love you. Oops, I think I just. You're on Zoom.
Oops,
Sure.
we touched my screen. Okay. Will will give us a little insight to here with Thought for the Day.
Hello, Rotarians. Do you all know what this Friday is? It's actually a very important day.
That better?
The second Friday of the year is known as Quitter's Day. because on this day, most people who have done New Year's resolutions have quit on them. I was curious, so I Googled what are the most common New Year's resolutions? And you all can probably guess some of them, right? Exercise more, lose weight. The third one was actually surprising to me, get organized. And the fourth one was either save money or spend less money after all that holiday shopping and everything else. One of the things I noticed, I like going to the gym, so it's not a resolution to exercise more, but I do not like going to the gym in January because it's like the 1 month of the year where the gym is absolutely packed. But sure as it's going to rain in the spring, by Valentine's Day, the gym is back to normal. And it's that way until the following January. Always is, without question, every year. What I didn't realize was thrift stores actually stopped taking donations mid-January because they get so many donations in January from people trying to clear out their closets and reorganize their house. And then, of course, most of the rest of the year, they're begging for donations. Most of us know that few people actually keep their New Year's resolutions. And, there's been a lot of talk about that. But realistically, actually, it's much better. You have a much higher chance of keeping a resolution if you say, hey, I'm going to lose 20 pounds by April 1st, say, than if you just say, oh, I'm just hoping to lose some weight this year. So it's actually good to have a goal. But if you're like a lot of us and you get to Quitter's Day and you've already thrown in the towel on that goal, you don't need to throw in the towel. All you need to do is change the goalposts and restart. You can do your goal anytime you want. January 1st is whenever you want it to be. So I'm going to end with this quote by Wayne Gretzky, maybe the greatest hockey player of all time, who said, "You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take." Happy New Year's, Rotarians.
Okay. All right. Someone accidentally touched my screen, so I don't know how to get my screen back up. It was an accident. So with that said, I'll move. Okay, so let's introduce. Thank you. Okay. All right. So once again, without our amazing fellow Rotarians, these meetings are not possible. So to start off our crew here, we've got Tim Berry, Spur reporter. Tim, thank you so much. Ted Michaels, Spur publisher, photographer, getting our best side. Hours. Don Wentz, audiovisual. Thank you, Don. Jeff Youngsma, are you here, my dear? No, you're actually in Zoom land. So he is our Zoom monitor and chat host. Also making our amazing meetings that much better and their own, excuse me, special way. Oh, we also have our, wait a minute, greeter. Did it say greeter? It did? Okay. Because I thought the greeter was Christian. Oh, Christian, you're hiding. Okay. Christian Chimwaka, thank you for being our greeter today and greeting all our amazing guests. Also, too, what keeps our website and all those things running well is our web mistress, Kathy Coyle, and outreach, public outreach, Kelly Bowers. Anything happening that you want to get out there on LinkedIn, Facebook, or in the newspaper, she's your girl. And Sergeant at Arms today is Trex. And oh, Bob, hello, there you are. Welcome, welcome. So let's give them all a big round of applause. Okay, with that said, let's introduce visiting Rotarians and guests. Mr. Jeff, do we have any visiting guests or Rotarians in Zoom land?
No, we do not.
Okay, moving right along. Okay, any visiting Rotarians in the room? No? Okay, besides our grant recipients, Are there any guests in the room? Yes, okay. Go right ahead. We need to give Roland a mic.
All right. Hey, they did this survey and they were saying, hey, what are the great cities to live in? And one of the great cities they voted on was Livermore. 93% of us love Livermore. We're so blessed today. Mayor John has to take off in a few minutes, so he's going to give us just a quick word about the awards coming up. But I just want to point out a couple of things. One is, I don't know if you know, I see graffiti. It's on the wall. The next day it's gone because in his trunk, he carries around spray paint. And not to graffiti, but to repair things. And that is so amazing. So I just want to give John, Mayor John, our incredible mayor, a minute to talk about today.
Wait, only a minute?
Yeah.
Let me get over here. Well, thank you. And actually, I only keep 2 cans of spray paint because the colors of the fence there at the Mocho and Holmes Crossing is a specific color. So I just repaint that one, but I also have a graffiti cleanup kit where I actually remove the graffiti. So the main reason I'm here today is to say thank you. Thank you to the teachers and to the recipients of the grants today. And also Goodness Village. Great shout out to the Goodness Village folks. But to the teachers, some of you may know that my wife was a teacher here in the Livermore School District. She taught 6th grade, 4th and 4th grade. So I personally understand the tremendous work that all of you do. It's been said that education is not filling a bucket. It's about lighting a fire to create that passion for learning. And that is so important because there are 4 keys. They've done a lot of studies, and there are 4 keys to happiness. One of the keys is a sense of purpose. It's a sense of the relationships that we have. It's also about a sense of gratitude, to be grateful for where we are. And also it's a sense of curiosity, because that sense of curiosity means that you spend your whole life learning to satisfy that curiosity. You want to know how things work. So that's part of that sense of passion for learning. And that's what all of you teachers do, is to create that sense of curiosity and that sense of passion for learning. And that passion is one of those keys to happiness. So thank you for all that you do to further that next generation of leaders and thought leaders that we have. So thanks to all of you receiving the grants today, and thanks to all the teachers for everything that you do. Roland, thank you for including me.
Thank you, Mayor John.
Thank you, Mayor.
All right. Hey, I have 2 more. I got to go over here. I've got one. Her name, and is Lori Rice. She is the reason why we have an incredible Melissa Thiede next to her. She is the executive assistant and makes all things possible for this. We get meeting rooms, we get all kinds of organization, and we are so grateful, Lori, for you being here and the great work you're doing with Melissa. Melissa will introduce a little bit later, but needless to say, I'll just put out the top thing. She just received her doctorate. It will not say that on the thing, but she is now a doctor
Wow.
through Texas Tech.
Woo, woo.
An amazing school. So thank you both for being here.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see. So we got that all covered. Okay, announcements. I've got a few before we get started. Number 1, Gowd wanted me to remind all. Oh, is Gowd here? No, Gowd's not here today, but he asked me to remind everyone on the 17th, after our meeting, he's hosting a little wine reception at Ruby Hills with Orrin Mahoney from Rotary District. So that's after our meeting, and he's hosting it. So if you would like to come, I think it starts around 2:30 is what it says, but they did it last year, and it's just an opportunity to meet him, and you all are invited. Let's see here. Also too, just a little reminder on our newsletter, there's just a little teeny typo. The last Wednesday of the month for January is the 31st. That will be the Wednesday that we will meet offsite at Del Val Winery. We gather around 5. The meeting starts at 5:30. Speaker starts at 6. We conclude at 6:30. There will be hors d'oeuvres provided. You purchase your own wine if you would like. Hope all of you can make it. Del Val Winery is on Tesla Road. If you need the address, we'll get a slide up. We should have had one this week. I apologize. And then last one for me, I wanted to just mention, Sonia wasn't able to be here today, but the Livermore Valley Opera is having an event on February 17th, and it's for their nonprofit, and they're going to be featuring the 3 redneck tenors. Tickets start at $75. The proceeds go to help musical programs, education, and so forth for youth and seniors. You can go on to the Livermore Valley Opera to get more information about that. And I think, Splend, you have an announcement.
Okay, couple things. I'm circulating 2 cards. One is for Kelly Bowers. Her father unfortunately passed away last week. If you're interested in the services, they are Saturday. I believe it's called Chapel the Chimes. It's in Oakland, on Piedmont. There is an obituary. If you ask me, email me, I can send you more details about the obituary. The other is for John Lynn. He's not feeling too well, so we circulated a card for him. And then the other announcement I have, I've sat on the Tri-Valley Conservancy Board for a few years. And because of COVID, we really haven't done much outreach. So next Thursday, at Page Mill, we're having a social. And any of you that's interested in conserving our ag history with the wine, the vineyards, or open space, you're more than welcome to come learn more about the TVC. We're looking for people to serve on our advisory boards that work their way up to our board of directors. So I put flyers on your table. We're covering the costs. We're bringing some fancy appetizers, and and if you've been to Page Mill on Thursdays, you know that if you buy something, I think 15 or 20% goes back to the charity. But that's not why we're doing it. We're really doing it because we want to get more out into all of you, because I know you guys are mostly mindful of all the good things about Livermore, and we want to conserve it. So please show up.
Thank you so much, Splend. And then maybe what we could do is share these with our Spur person, and they can put them on there. And then I do have one more that was sent to me. It is a guitarist that's performing at the Bankhead on February 3rd. And it just sounds like fun because I love guitar music. It's Paul. Maybe you can help me out. How do you say his last name? Galbraith? Does anybody know him? You do? Oh, what about him, Beth?
Oh, I don't know anything about him. Well, he's a very, very well-known guitarist.
Okay.
I don't
And-
know exactly which genres he sings, but it is Galbraith.
Okay. Well, it just looks like something this club would really enjoy. So, all right. Let's see. Next, Bob.
Okay, so the crab feed we're less than 2 months away. So that's the 9th and today's the 10th. So it's March 9th and this is January. Quick calc. Anyway, so Debbie here has tickets on sale, or whole tables on sale. You get a little discount with the whole table instead of buying them individually. No? Okay, no. Buy your table with no discount. What we really need from the Rotary Club members, and something you really personally owe the club, is to find a really good silent auction item and tell either myself or any other member of the committee. And I'm going to send out an email describing what I'm looking for, but what really works is like dinner for 4 someplace. Not that you would pay for it. You get the restaurant to donate it to Rotary for. So, and Mike, you look like your ads were. Yeah, so we could use one more voice auction item. That's an item that would sell for $1,500, $2,000 or more. So that's like a week at your condo or anything in that price range. So, and the meeting is tomorrow night at my house, starting at 5 o'clock.
And I'll be there this week. And folks, all of you out there, it's just a little things. Think about where to get little items to give to Diana so she can put together great baskets. So when you go around with your little tickets to put it in the basket, you're like, oh, I want that one. So it could be where you get your shoes fixed, where you get your hair done, where you get your car serviced, a place that you frequent all the time. Those gift cards, Diana can do a lot with that. So, or if you, excuse me, but things that you would like to purchase, or you would have purchased, you would like to have. Those are the kind of things we want. Am I saying that right, Diana? Yes. Yeah. Just say yeah. Okay. So, all righty. Next. Is that it? Oh, there is. Oh, well, okay, there's the next. Okay. And we're on time. Next week we have on the 17th, Rotarian Foundation, Orrin Mahoney, and he'll be our speaker. And as I said, after there will be the wine reception hosted by Gowd at Ruby Hills. One other thing I would be remiss in mentioning, our very own Christy Lusty with Monarch Designs has brought her Rotary show in the back. So if any of you are interested in a shirt or a jacket, mugs, what have you, they're wonderful quality. They wash up very well. So please see Christy. She can help you with that. And also your purchase produces, she gives back a percentage of the proceeds to us. And I think we're up to 100 and something bucks already with donations from Christy for your purchases. So thank you so much. All right. Now we're starting a little bit early because we have a room full of recipients. So I would like to invite Roland up to the stage.
Hey, while I'm coming up, stand up and turn to somebody next to you and tell them your favorite teacher of all time and why. Stand up, greet somebody, talk to them for a minute.
Oh, I've got several.
All right, here we go. Come on down, back to earth. Find a seat. All right, next slide, please. All right, perfect, man. Good looking people on this slide deck. Very good. And Melissa Thiede is such a core for this organization, Rotary, and for our school district. I mean, she is making a huge impact all the way down with every child. But let me just quickly just mention a couple things that you might not know. One, she started as a teacher. Two, she went to assistant principal. Most people stop there, right? But then went to director of human services and now leads all educational services. I mentioned she has a doctorate now from Texas Tech. And guess who Texas Tech called when they needed a new professor? Right here. She's leading a coursework in the very thing that she did her doctorate in. We're not here to talk about that today. She is here for a minute just to share her appreciation, especially for the teachers that are in the room. And so, Melissa.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity to come here today and express my gratitude to our teachers who are the real heroes out there working every day side by side in the trenches with our students to show real growth and gains and to help prepare them to be productive citizens in the world. And our teachers, I'm so proud of you. I appreciate those who are here today because your application had to show initiative. It had to show something above and beyond what's happening in every classroom. And you had to take that extra step to write it up and explain and defend why. I sit in the room with our Rotarians when they go through it and then they excuse me kindly so they can have a very honest conversation about each of your applications. But I get to see all of them as they come through, and I'm so proud of our teachers. And I'm also so very proud to have the partnership we have with the Rotary Club of Livermore. Our Rotarians are committed to education. They are committed to our community. They are committed to doing everything they can to help support us as educators. And that is a partnership we treasure and value. So thank you for so much from the bottom of my heart for that relationship. It really does mean a lot to us. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. I just want to mention this for Melissa and for Lori. At the very end, there'll be a picture of all the people that received awards. We're really hoping you'll be here for that major picture at the end. So we already spoke to John, and he expressed his appreciation for both Rotary teachers and all the other St. Michael's who's here, our Lutheran church, plus Goodness Village. But right now, I just want to talk briefly about David Haubert. He unfortunately was going to be here this morning, had to cancel. There's a death by an officer died up in Oakland. Horrible situation, but he's there for the funeral. And he asked me just to send his regrets. But I wanted to just mention that one of the things that happened at the meeting was we realized it looked like we were going to be a little under what we could do. And David stepped in and said, hey, listen, I'm going to give $1,500 just for this one, for the mini grants. So this quarter, this mini grant session, $1,500 did come from him and his office, and we're very grateful for that. I have to say I'm grateful for him on other things too. He is a leader by doing. And the doing, what I mean there is I have a number of illustrations, but I'll share just one. We were together and he said, hey, what should I buy at this auction? And I said, you should buy the bus. He goes, why do I want a bus? What are we going to do, Roland? And I said, we're going to take 50 kids to the beach that haven't been there before. He goes, okay. So he bought the bus. And this last June, we had 50 kids and their moms get on this awesome bus. And I also got to thank Chick-fil-A for sponsoring a bunch of sponsors. But we went down and we saw low tide a third to half a mile out. Here's the key. Most politicians, and I love them all, they come, they say hello, they eat up a little breakfast and they go. What did he do? He got on the bus. He committed himself for 8 hours. And he sat with the high school kids that were being a little bit, loud. But that's an amazing thing when politicians cross over and do both those things. So very grateful for David and being a support for the mini grant system. Next slide. All right, I'm going to turn it over to my good friend right here. Come on up, Linda. Linda is the co-chair, and I just got to let you know something. This only works because she is the co-chair. Should she be the real chair? Yes, but she is amazing. I'm so grateful all her organization making all things come together. Linda?
Thanks, Nolan. All right, good afternoon, everyone. Here's the time that we have been waiting for, and thank you all of the teachers for hanging in there while we get to this part today. First of all, I'd like to introduce LVEF's secretary who's here to represent that wonderful organization who supports the grants along with Rotary, Ann O'Neill Opapari. Jean, oh my God, what did I say, Ann? Jean, sorry. I'm used to, Sally Esser usually is here, but she's been sick. So Jean has graciously decided to come in and help us. We appreciate it so much. So we're going to be doing it back and forth on the grant recipients. When we call your name, if you could just come around this way and we will honor you. And then at the end, we will have one big picture for everybody. Okay. Our first recipient, Andrea Tapia. She is a special education class teacher, TK1, and her grant was for cube chairs for flexible seating. $600 was awarded. Okay, I'm going to call up. I'm going to call up a few more so we can get going with this. So Paige, Donna, and Erilyn will be next. If you are here. Oops, hold on. Yeah. Okay, so Paige Zingraff, a kindergarten teacher. She is here from Arroyo Seco, and they are doing a beekeeper presentation to all of the classrooms. And I'm not sure is Paige here. Okay. Our next recipient is from Arroyo Seco, Christy Barcelona, fifth grade. She has received a $500 grant for outdoor recess equipment. One more, next one. Yeah, right over there. Oh, we've messed up. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, so who's next? Who's here? Vivian? I know what page. I don't know who's who. Andrea. Okay, Andrea's going to come up. Pardon me here. Andrea's going to come up for just a moment to speak about her grant.
Hello, I'm Andrea Tappy. I'm actually the principal at Altamont Creek Elementary School. We have a new mild moderate SDC class that was added onto our campus this year. And we have a lot of little TKs and they're little and they have a hard time sitting still. And so we are super excited that you were able to fund some cube chairs that kind of sit in different ways. And they'll be able to hopefully attain a little bit longer and help with some engaging lessons because they are rocking it. But I think these chairs are going to help even more. So thank you guys so much.
Hi, I'm Paige. I'm a kindergarten teacher at Arroyo Seco, and I was wanting to get the beekeepers funded for our whole kindergarten team because it's hard to get kindergarten to go on a lot of field trips, just volunteers, a shorter day. And so I thought we could bring it to our school, and thank you. That's awesome.
And for our next award from Christensen Middle School, Donna Butt from the special day class. She received bookshelves for organizing spaces.
Hi, thank you. I want to say thank you to the organization for giving me the funds for my bookshelves. In my classroom, I currently don't have shelving for my students to put like their books and like paperworks in. And so this is a great way to keep my classroom organized. So thank you.
Our next award is for $600 from Christensen Middle School, Andrea Hilton from the PE department. She received 4 futsal goals and she's coming up right now.
Hi, we are getting futsal goals. Our students are currently using PVC pipes that are held together with zip ties that break pretty frequently. So I carry zip ties around with me in my pocket and I drop them all the time, which for middle school students isn't the best thing to have. So we're really excited to expand our program and get those goals for the kids. So thank you.
Okay, our next recipient is an award for $330 for East Avenue Middle School. Gwen Olness, who's a science teacher for hands-on material for science. And I don't think Gwen is here. Next. And our next award, $464 for Leo Croce Elementary. Erlyn, prior for kindergarten hands-on material for reading.
This is a little too high. I have to stand on my.
It just goes down.
No, it's perfect. I'm Merlin Pryor. I teach kindergarten at Croce Elementary. I have been teaching for 20 years, all in the upper grade. This past year, we went from 4 third-grade classes to 3. And I think it has to do with my age, why my former principal moved me to kindergarten. So brand new classroom. I needed shelving too. I should have asked for that, but I appreciate Rotary because in 3rd grade, you guys come to my classroom. We started out with dictionaries. I have tons of dictionaries still in my classroom. And a few years ago, you started doing books for third graders. So I'm going to miss that this year, but I appreciate the support. I needed a lot of hands-on manipulatives for kindergarten. One of the biggest things I was asking for is it's like an Etch-a-Sketch where you can write. I do have whiteboards, but kindergartners lose their whiteboard markers. They lose their erasers. This way, with a little booklet, they can just write and then erase at once, and we don't have to lose anything. But there's other things I asked for too. Thank you so much.
Hi, everybody. I'm not a teacher. But my wife is a East Avenue science teacher, and another science teacher, Gwen Olness, unfortunately couldn't be here because they're in the middle of picking a new principal for the school. She did write a little letter. Thank you for awarding us this grant. It will allow us to purchase hands-on materials for science experiments in different content areas within 6th, 7th, and 8th grades, including measurements, heat transfer, and density. The materials will enable a wide variety of learning opportunities. So on behalf of Gwen Olness, thank you. Yeah.
And Trex, a fellow guy that wears shorts. We're brothers. I like him a lot. Thanks, Trex. Yep. And then we have one more, Leah. Okay. Come on up. Oh, it's exciting.
Hello, I'm Christina Wooten. I've been teaching in the Livermore School District for 19 years. I teach 1st grade at Croce Elementary, and I purchased a horseshoe table, which is if you don't know, a table in the shape of a horseshoe. And we do small group work. I work with students there, but unfortunately the school chairs are much too large to fit around the table. So this is allowing me to purchase hokey stools so that more students can fit around the table as we work together. So thank you very much to Rotary and LVEF.
Okay, just so you know, you don't have to be standing over there. You can go sit back down because we're gonna do it at the very end. We'll call everybody up. I just want to be sensitive to that. Livermore High School, we're gonna call up 4 different names here. Jason Perilous, John Bashovener, Dorothy Morales, and Karen Fletcher. You 4 come on. In the meantime, I want everybody here, everybody, even where are you? Even our president loves somebody. Yes, you do. And so does Mark, our coming president. I want you to stand up and tell the person next to you, who do you love and why? So stand up. You have 1 minute. I see the back table not participating over there. I'm a little worried about you guys. Who do you love and why? All right. Some of you have like multiple people you love. Others don't have anybody. I'm a little sad for y'all. Go ahead and sit back down. Come back together. Coming back together. I'm going to turn it right back over to Linda. Go ahead.
Our next recipient, Justin Enright, jazz band leader from Livermore High, received a $1,000 grant for acoustic tiles for the music room. Unfortunately, Justin couldn't be here today. He's right in the middle of a busy music season and really getting ready for all the competitions coming up. But we just wanted to share that with you. Our next recipient is Jason Perez, Livermore High School, $600 award, 2 sets of gear and equipment. He is the lacrosse coach.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jason Peerless. I'm the head varsity lacrosse coach for Livermore High School, and I oversee the program. Thank you very much to the club. This $600 is going to help with a couple kids with their gear for the season. One of the unfortunate things about lacrosse is just the initial kind of cost of the initial gear that it's required to play. So by us allowing to have gear within the program, it'll allow us to kind of further create a JV program. So thank you.
Livermore High School in the field biology department, John Buchenauer, $578. Equipment in his, it's animal trapping, but I'm gonna let him tell you a little bit more about that.
We're all hunters. Here we go.
They're mouse traps, not the board game. My undergraduate work was in field biology, and we did live animal work in the field. And so we have a permit, or we're working on a permit from the Department of Fish and Wildlife for science collecting. And we need traps to go collect these animals and to study them. They're catch and release live rodent traps. Sorry, I won't come to your house. Not the right kind of mouse. But just in general, giving these kids the opportunity to develop some skills that they can use. They can go to go off to college and say, yeah, I've already done work with rodents, which is typically your first step in live animal work. I've already done the work with rodents. You know, I can redo that work if you want, but I can also move on to medium-sized animals. So it's really going to be useful for us to start our collection of traps. We need a lot, but starting small and building from that's really our goal. So thank you.
Dorothy Morales heads the Livermore High School Rocketry Club Advisor. She's the advisor for the group, and they were awarded $1,000 to purchase rocketry equipment. So Dorothy.
I'm also facing this problem. Okay. So this is actually our first year as a rocketry club. And so what maybe some people might not know, when you start a club in high school, you don't have any funds, but this club, you have to they have to do programming, they have to build the rockets, but they have to find the funding for the rockets, they find mentorships. I mean, it is very much student-led, so this money goes a long way. I'm gonna let the founder speak a little bit more about what the grant means to them, but they are such fabulous students and really motivates us to keep going into teaching and education. So I'm gonna let them speak for now.
I'm Bhavya Shah.
And I'm Suhei.
And we founded this club based on our own interests. Like, she's really into STEM, and I joined an outside club where we did this competition, and it really sparked an interest in rocketry for me as well. So we are truly thankful to you guys for supporting our dreams. So.
And I just wanted to add, I mainly lead the mechanical team, so we're working on like designing the rocket and simulation, and also I'm gonna be leading the people that are building the rocket. So we just finished all of our simulations, and this fund is really instrumental for us to purchase the actual material, the altimeters, the rocket kits that are necessary for our success this season in the American Rocketry Challenges. So thank you to the Rotary Club of Livermore, LVEF, and of course our amazing advisors.
Okay, from Livermore High, Karen Fletcher had a $1,000 award for the robot. She is the robotics team advisor, and it was for purchase of robotic parts.
Hello, thank you for having us today. So I'm a teacher at Livermore High, teach engineering, and one of our clubs that we have is the Gravitech X robotics team. And we have the cream of the crop on our club, and I brought with me actually Suhei's on the team too. We have about 30 or 40 students on the team, and it's part of an international robotics competition. And we're very thankful for the grant because it's a very expensive club it's about $9,000 just to register. And then we're going to use some of the funds you've donated to us to buy the metal and the motors and things that we need to build the robot. I'd like to introduce some of the team who's going to speak.
Hello, my name is The Rock. I'm one of the team leads for the robotics team, and then Trish is the other team lead. I just want to say thank you for the money. Rotary's been sponsoring us for 2 years now. 2 years ago, we got $5,000 towards our CNC machine, and that's been absolutely vital for us because now we can manufacture our own parts. So it's been very important for our team and one of the main drivers of our success last year and the year before that. And also this year, we're going to put the money to good use, buy robot parts, aluminum for the robot, motors, and things like that. So it really would not be possible without the sponsors and Rotary. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh, you should do it. Go back 20 seconds.
20 seconds. Okay, I got 20 seconds, so I'll make it quick. I just wanted to share how vital this club has been for me. So quick story, my homeschool is actually going to be Granada, but once I heard that Livermore had a robotics team, I actually applied for an interdistrict transfer to go to Livermore High School instead. And I don't regret that at all. Go Cowboys. And additionally, right, for the past 3 years, I've had some of the best experiences of my life. I've grown as a leader, I've grown as a student, and it's all thanks to the robotics team. And also the robotics team can exist without great sponsors like you guys. So thank you so much.
Okay, I'm going to announce, we're going to ask for Maryland Avenue for Candace Bowler, and then from Mendenhall, Leslie Ramil, Mark McClure, Aaron Peacock, and Gretchen, and all come up right now. But in the meantime, I mean, how cool is this? Where can you go and spend 90 minutes to hear about bees, rockets, traps, and robots? Nowhere else. I want you with your neighbor right now to say, what's the coolest thing that ever happened at your school? Go ahead, everybody with your neighbor. Those guys, come on up.
Maryland, Mendenhall, they're all the same one. I don't know how many of them are here.
Oh.
And then call Rancho.
And we also would like Rancho, Las Positas Elementary, Aaron Swartz to also come up. And while we're doing that, Village Alternative School, also Jill.
Okay, everyone. Our next recipient is from Maryland Avenue, Candace Bowler. She's not here today, but her grant was for $600, fourth grade, not only multicultural books, but pickleball equipment for PE. So that is her grant that was awarded. We had 4 teachers from Mendenhall that put in a grant for a walk through ancient world presentation. And Aaron is here to talk about it for all 4 of the teachers. So Leslie Ramil was one of them, Mark McClure, Aaron Peacock is here with us today, and Gretchen Fajardo.
Hello. So the Ancient World walkthrough presentation is about a couple months long. Students become the teachers of ancient history and become historical figures. They get to research their part. In class, we make costumes and props. And then the day of the presentation, we partner with History Alive, and the students present their presentation and they create lifestyle skits about the ancient civilizations to each other. Hands-on learning experience. It's a different way of learning history. Instead of just reading from a textbook, they get to play with Legos and build the Great Pyramids and Greek temples. They work with each other to answer questions, and they get to run up and try to get gold where they can earn a sucker if they get answers right. And the kids really love this experience. At the end of the year, we ask them, what's your favorite thing you've done this year with history or reading and writing? And they all say the Ancient World presentation, because they get to become those characters and they get to cheer for their teams and learn history in a new way. So thank you very much for sponsoring our project.
Okay, We're very excited to call up our last 5 groups. We want to have Rancho Las Positas Elementary. Aaron, if you'll come up. A Village Alternatives, is it Village or Vineyard? Vineyard. Jill, come on up. Goodness Village, Our Savior Lutheran School, and St. Michael School. If you guys could all be coming over. In the meantime, look at your neighbor, communicate without speaking. Tell them how awesome they are with your facial expressions and your handshake. Go ahead and do that. Don't speak, just give them love, okay?
Okay, so our next recipient is Erin Schwartz from Rancho Las Positas Elementary. She was awarded $500 for Big Buzz Beekeepers presentation to all 2nd grade classes. Erin?
Good afternoon. I'm Erin Schwartz. I'm from Rancho Las Positas Elementary School. I am a science specialist for 2nd and 5th grade science. We have not had a beekeeper at our school for a long time. So I have partnered up with Sager Family Farms to have a beekeeper bring bees into my science lab for all of our 2nd grade classes. That's about 88 kids. And we've also brought in the special day class students to have a real bee experience. They're going to become bees and learn all about the bees' anatomy, their lifestyle, and how they help our environment to complete the pollination cycle and understand how that helps the agriculture in our area here in Livermore. So I thank Rotary for all of their generous help making that happen, and I hope we can do it again next year. Thank you.
Our next award is to Jill Bertolucci for $642. She's from Vineyard Alternative School, and it was for purchase of PE equipment.
Thank you so much to the organization. I really appreciate this. It's helping fund our PE program, which I'm a huge advocate for. We all know how important physical education is for physical health and mental health. So thank you.
The following grants are awarded to the nonprofit organizations and schools for this winter cycle. Goodness Village, Kim Curtis is here with us today. Meals for Unhoused Community Members.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for these dollars. I brought with me today Jackie, who is one of our volunteer coordinators and coordinates those community meals that we talked about a couple months ago when I came to visit. Twice a week, we offer community meals to our folks that live at the village, and it's a time to kind of come together and gather, but also interact with folks from the outside community to come inside and to provide a space of wellness and recovery within our neighborhood. We do notice also, because of everyone's New Year's resolution to save money and to eat healthy, the first couple weeks in January, we don't have civic clubs that typically sign up to come in and bring those meals. And we also see dry spots usually around June when people get out of school and they're going on vacation, so they don't have time to come in for us. And then again, when school restarts and everyone's super busy. So the $600 will help us cover the cost of those meals so that we can continue to have those community dinners for our folks that are still hungry, even though our macro community is busy. So I did want Jackie to say a little bit about that. And she is a volunteer coordinator. So if you would like to be in touch on how you can come serve dinner and meet the people, she's your girl.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for these funds. As the volunteer coordinator, one of my main mottos is see a need, fill a need. As many of you probably already know, volunteers are sometimes very hard to come by. So when we don't have volunteers, these funds are definitely going to help us fill in the gap to make sure that our neighbors have 2 hot meals a week at least, an opportunity to socialize with us, and hopefully you, if you come to the village, you can come find me if you want to be a part of our crew. And thank you so much again for these funds.
Our Savior Lutheran School was awarded $600 for their Makey circuit board kits, and receiving this award is Teresa Davis, but Our Savior's principal is here today to accept it.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, Teresa is our phenomenal STEM teacher, teaches our STEM to kids kindergarten through 8th grade. I'm Don Young. I'm the executive director of Our Savior Lutheran, responsible for the day-to-day operations. So I'm here on her behalf. We are very appreciative for the Rotary in general. It seems like every cycle we are given a grant or two from the Rotary, so we appreciate that. This particular one, this will allow our students to learn how to design circuits and to do coding. And so this is an important skill set, as probably those in the robotics club and others could attest to. So we really appreciate the Rotary support. Thank you.
Allison Wilkie is the principal at St. Michael's School. And there were 3 separate grants awarded to fund different things at the school. One of them is for a classroom rug for the TK program. The next one, games and activities for after-school program. And the last one is for STEM materials, class set of literature books that go as well with this program. So I'm going to let Allison explain a little bit more.
First, I want to say thank you so much to the Rotary Club. Over the years, you have been extremely generous with your grants that you have awarded to us. I know some of you are actually St. Michael's School alumni, and some of you are St. Michael's School alumni family members. So thank you again for your support. You are going to be helping out 3 different classrooms. We need a new rug in our TK program. That's our 4-year-olds who are on the ground quite a lot. So having a new rug will be very helpful in there. And then we are getting some STEM materials and some new literature books for our 3rd grade class. And we also have an extended care program where some of the kids are there. They've been in school all day, and then they are there from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the evening. So being able to have some new toys and some educational materials for them, and just make it a little bit of their home away from home while they're with us Monday through Friday, sometimes from 3 to 6, will be very much welcomed by the students and by the assistants who work that program. Thank you again for your sponsorship.
So in this winter cycle of grants, we were able to give out $1532 out this time. And it's through the help of LVEF that makes a lot of this possible, and our donor, the council person, David Haubert, as well. So thank you again for all of this. And I just also want to say thank you, Roland. Without him, this doesn't happen. He's a little bit too modest, but he gets everything going, all behind the scenes and everything going there. So thank you, Roland, for all that you do. And if we can have all the recipients come up, we'll do a picture together.
Hey, last comment. This only happens because of Linda. I want to say, if you want to be on an incredibly fun committee, come join us. Next month starts the spring cycle. So start thinking about who needs a grant. So if everybody that got a grant, please come up and meet over here on the left side. On the left side. And I think I can hit the bell. Can I do it? Oh, there we go.